long implications. As we'll see, the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sun Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Oregon Ducks offense will take the first swing of the game. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good, he is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Touch pass on the run. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So Arizona State's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Working on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Trying play action. Starts to scramble to the left. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a 1st down.
He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Sun Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Now on the option. Quick toss. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
3rd and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Defensively, the only time you really lock in on a fullback is 4th down and short, and you could tell they were dialed in. They knew he had to get a short bit of yards. They stuck their face in there, stuffed the big fullback, and didn't let him go anywhere.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the returner goes down. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Safe completion on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. The Ducks decide to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
And he breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's McKay.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The play action fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Ducks will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Boy, he chews up yards, doesn't he? That was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you can tell he's got some ability to make big plays, and thank goodness they got him on the ground and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a loop.
Floats it out in space. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Unnecessary defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down and 10. He's going to pass. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
On target. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The throw to the outside is complete.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the gun on third down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the... He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. Give to the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll give it to the back. At the 40, there he goes. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Costa. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down.
And that pass is intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They're working that left side.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yards.
Fires and picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You got an extra DB. You got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good in precise wise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that you get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to build.
He's looking for a man on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Costa. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks. Running back searching for a hole. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball. It's caught. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Ducks are on the move. They're going back to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down. Wants to throw on second down. Quick strike complete. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting set for the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll do it himself. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Defense in press coverage. On second down, he's looking downfield. Brings it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Arizona State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups. And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Offense set on first down. The give to the big fullback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the run, it's McKay. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Playing the Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Makes the catch. The offense coughs it up. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense, have to understand the situation. Have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to...
What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Working that left side now. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to run for it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's looking deep. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
so frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Pocket starts to... Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way downhill.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He's got it.
The returner brings it out to the 35. And the Arizona State offense takes over.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Stuffed, almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They go right back to it. Keeps the legs moving.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. On the return, it's Costa. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Game 7. Now, a 4th down.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.